Hello everyone, good morning. This is Fanny Menardi. I hope you're having a great day. Today is a special Nobel Peace Prize. So I've been posting about everything that the Secretary General of the United Nations has done this past year to help you have an overview during the nomination process. Actually, I do not know what is the nomination process because I am not eligible to nominate him. Only members of the International Court of Justice in The Hague and the Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague is eligible. The members of Institute of International Law, members of the International Board of the Women's International League for Peace and Freedom, university professors, assembly members, members of the main board of directors. I mean, you can read all the eligible people, but I am still going to nominate him because I'm special. Even though I'm not a university professor, I have been a teacher all of my life. And I want to give a shout out today to my boss, Dr. Lawrence, because it's all about status, it's all about who does the best thing, and you're a university professor, it means you have so much knowledge and stuff, but we often disregard the people that are working in the toughest conditions. For example, my boss is a genius. He's super smart. He knows a lot about all the hermetic knowledge. He's from a fraternity, and he has like countless diplomas. He was a history teacher, I think, math teacher, maybe. I don't know how many certifications he has. But I was thinking about it. Middle school is such a pivoting point in your life, because this is the moment when you're going to decide if studies are for you or if not. A lot of kids get out of middle school and they're like, oh, I'm going to drop after high school, and this is really... They coming out of childhood. Some of them have difficult families where maybe they don't have a lot of money. They just want to go find a job and get through the circle of life. But then you're in these low jobs, and once you miss your chance of doing your studies in your 20s, I'm not saying that it's too late, but do the studies before you have kids, before you settle to have a house or pay high bills. When you're young and free, pretty much, you can live with roommates, so you don't have that many costs of life. This is a perfect time to do studies. So I think working in middle school, you have to be an extremely good mentor, because you're not just teaching stuff, you're also teaching them how to learn, how to work, how to think. Middle school, all they think about is fighting or arguing with each other or talking back. They start having their independence, individuality, outside of their parents' nest. So they want to affirm their personality. This is when you have to teach them that, opposition and conflicts is going to make you feel like you're winning in the short term, but in the long run, you never know if you're going to need people again in your life. You never know the consequences of saying one thing. For example, I once called Elon Musk an idiot, and that was a storm. After that, he decided to take over the elections, and so before insulting people, before dropping out of school, before all of that, you need to have people who are able to lead you in the right direction. So I'm still going to nominate him, and I'm going to show you the process at the same time. So next, and I'm gonna lie a little bit. I fall within the category, so I am gonna say that I am a member of the International Court of Justice, because I think I'm really good at seeing through the media, seeing through people's BS, evidencing terrorism and decoding it. I could say I'm a university professor law, philosophy. Yeah, I could be a philosophy professor. That's what I do a lot. I do a lot of philosophy, theology, religion. I think that's probably more what corresponds to me. And I'll let Kim Kardashian do the justice side of the domination. All right, otherwise, okay, next. Okay, so I'm here in the first page, nomination form. So they ask you who you are. I think we should take it seriously in respecting who can be eligible. But like I said, I really want to have I've been working on this nomination for the past few months. I have a huge file with a repertory of everything that the UN has been doing. I want them to have it. So I'm gonna send that I am a university professor. The only reason why I'm not is because America can't see my greatness. Next. Okay, so now they're gonna ask me my contact. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I did that, and now I received you have been granted an email. You have been granted access to the Nobel Peace Prize electronic nomination form. Access is granted on the condition that all personal information you have provided is correct and that you belong to a group entitled to make nominations. The electronic nomination form allows you to nominate up to 5 candidates for the same effort. Oh, wow. However, please be aware that the Nobel Peace Prize cannot be shared by more than 3 nominated candidates. The prize may also be awarded to institutions and organizations. Okay, so then you will have the process. So I'm going to do that. But that makes me think of something, because you see, whether I'm eligible or not, whether they're going to take into account or not my file, I'm still doing it. And this is how I built my whole network. Actually, sending emails for jobs. I applied to so many jobs, guys. I applied to jobs to be working at the Resonance Science Foundation. I wanted to be a board member, and what was it? I think it was a project manager at the Resonance Science Foundation. That was years ago. I applied to work at the FBI as a special agent. I passed a few first steps until the interview. I applied to work at SpaceX. I applied to work, of course, 13 times to the United Nations. I sent partnership proposals to the Arsayan Foundation, to Forbidden Knowledge, to, all of my network. I just sent my files. I sent my emails. I wrote, I tagged them on social media. And I barely ever received any answer. Sometimes if I receive an answer, I'm lucky, but I would say 95% of the times I didn't receive an answer. Even the masterminds, I sent countless paintings and files to the masterminds. Tony Robbins, I went to their studio, I couldn't get in. The United Nations, I went there and I fell asleep at the park when I could have met them outside. I mean, there were a lot of attempts, right, to join a network and to get new jobs and stuff. But what I'm trying to say is that even though I didn't have instant satisfactions, I didn't instantly obtain what I was looking for, they still saw it. They were still like, who's that chick who wrote to us 3 times and who keeps tagging us on social media? Oh, okay, we're gonna take a look. And then the consistency after 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 2016, I've been following the Resonance Science Foundation. So it's almost 10 years. Whether I got the job or not, it's not like, oh, I didn't get the job, whatever. I'm not interested anymore. No, I'm really interested by what they're doing, whether I'm inside the organization or I'm working with another one. The United Nations, it's been 5 years, 2 years now since I started applying over and over to jobs. Still didn't get a reply, but they know me because I keep the consistency. I keep working with them through the social media network. I keep tagging them. I keep sending them files and doing stuff for them. Same with the White House. I wrote countless times to the White House and stuff, but they notice. So don't feel like you're doing so much and it's not working, because it's the consistency. People will notice, you know, and with the consistency is what's going to tell them if you really mean it or if you're just trying to grab whatever you can here and there and then giving up and going to something else. You know, actually, I feel like doing this has been a way also to tie them all together, because as I would tag them on social media or provide files and stuff, they all would get to discover his page and her page and their organizations and what they do, and then he brought all the work together and he tied a big network. So instant satisfaction versus long-term rewards. I'm still sending out this, because even though maybe other people will nominate them, maybe they won't do it as well as I do, because I spend a lot of time just doing that file. So they will have maybe a quantity of nominations for the Secretary General, but mine, even though they can't take it into consideration, they'll still have the file. They'll still see it. So do it anyways, whether you're allowed or not, as long as you're not doing something illegal or doing a crime that's gonna hurt someone. It's something I'm doing for someone, not against someone. So I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. And yes, so let's see. Oh, that is perfect, because I am allowed to submit a PDF file and I have it ready. I don't even have to do anything. I just have to upload my file and it's ready to go. So you see, all my work I was doing, now I get to submit it. And that is also all the foundation I did for my website. I created a clothing line. I created travel books. I created online masterminds that this morning Elon Musk was saying, just give a little bit for free and then you should offer the rest for purchase. I did that. Nobody bought my stuff. So I just put everything out for free, because I was like, if they don't want to pay for it, at least I want them to have access to it, you know. The books, the articles, the online workshops, all of this, the clothing line, all of that, this stuff, the oracles. I have 2 new oracles written, ready to be published. All the publishers, they refused it because I didn't have enough sales on my first oracle. Of course, I didn't have enough sales because China made a counterfeit copy of my oracle, bad quality, and is selling it everywhere online for $4, and my publishers didn't know anything. So people buy the oracle for $4, then they write to me, oh, the oracle is really bad quality and there was no booklet. I was like, yeah, because you didn't buy the correct product. So I have an amazing product that nobody bought, and then because of their inaction, now they denied my own oracle. There was other thing coming into place also, that I was in some sort of scandals, and then nobody wanted to work with me. But I don't care, because everything is ready. All my content is ready. I just need one yes. I just need one yes in my life, and I can publish everything, and I just have one click, boom, and I send it and it's ready. So work on your foundation, keep building your network, keep sending emails, but keep working on your foundation. So then the day you're in front of that person, you can get your yes. For example, I went to Billy Carson and Elizabeth Oxtra, the Forbidden Conscious Awards ceremony and book signing in August. And of course, I went to sign their books, but I had my books, my encyclopedia ready. And I went to see him and I was like, I would like you to publish my book. And he said, yes, yeah, we're going to do it. And I was like, see, I've had this book in my hands for 2 years, but I just need to be in front of the right person. It's ready. It's right there. And then the day you have the yes, you have all your work ready. So don't get discouraged. Also, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, make sure you have a backup income. That's all I can recommend you, to not just be stubborn, because I know I have a lot of friends that are like me. I was like, no, that's what I want to do and nothing else. Ride or die, pretty much. But until the point when I was at the age I got my debt accumulated, I couldn't pay anything, I couldn't pay any of my bills, I couldn't buy food, I had to sell my jewelry, I sold my car, I was starting selling all my stuff, and I was like, the next step is my house. This is no go, this is off limits. So I went and found a job, you know, and when I talk to my friends, they're like, oh no, I don't want to be working in the system, or I don't want to be a teacher again, or I don't want to do that. I want to, you know, don't put yourself too many conditions. You should always have a safety net, and then put it all in your business. If you have a product that is not an essential, for example, art is not an essential, even though I believe it is, because what would it be to walk in a street where it's just concrete? Like in America, it's just parking lots. There's no beauty. It's just all the streets, all the roads look the same. If you want beauty, you have to go to the national parks or the beach or natural areas. But as part of cities and stuff, there's no really... I know in France, you're walking out in a village, everything is beautiful. You have the little boutiques, the art everywhere, the little cafe, even the food is art, colors and stuff. Even in Mexico, Peru, get colors everywhere. And it's just like the people who move in the north of France, there's no sun, it's always gray, it's always raining. And they say, the people are so nice here, they're so welcoming, but I'm so depressed because the weather is always gray. I can't explain it. It's just like there's no sun. I'm just depressed. You don't want to go out. And I feel the same with the art. When you're walking and it's just concrete and it's not beautiful, it you know, it makes your mood. But when you travel and you visit a beautiful mosque in Oman, the Sultanate of Oman, they had like this beautiful mosque, they're all white, so beautiful. Or you go to Peru, in Arequipa, all the houses they make of these volcanic white stones, chalk actually, it's beautiful. When you have art, it's like a ray of sun, you know, it's like a ray of light, it's beautiful. So that's why I put art all over my house, and I don't even need to get out because it's just the way I want it. But in terms of survival, it's not an essential. And it's not a priority for people to buy it, you know? So if you have a great, for example, vegan products, that's an essential. Like oat milk, for example, oat milk, this is the number one essential in the world, because we finally realizing that cow milk, so many kids have allergies to dairy. Cow milk is so bad for you. It makes you, you know, cow milk is for helping a veal put on 500 pounds a year. So then people drink their milk and they wonder why they're fat, you know, because it's not meant for you. It's meant for cows. It's disgusting. It's like full of antibiotics and pus and kids. My kid, every time he has dairy, so he doesn't have a proper allergy, meaning that as soon as he eats it, he's gonna have physical reaction. But he has an allergy that every time he eats dairy, the next day or the next 2 days, within the next like 24 to 72 hours, 1 to 3 days, he's gonna start having a lungs infection. He builds up pus or whatever, he builds up infection in his lungs, or he's gonna have an ear infection, or he's gonna have a tonsillitis, like something infection, right? Every single time he eats dairy. He loves cheese, he loves his queso dip at the Mexican restaurant, and they don't believe me. They don't believe me. He doesn't believe me. He wants to eat it. But anyways, oat milk, there's no dairy, it's not animal product, it's not nuts, because some kids have nuts allergies. Almond milk, cashew milk, this is also an allergen. So oat milk, for example, is the only milk that doesn't have any type of allergens. And we didn't have this 10 years ago. All we could find barely was maybe rice milk. So this is a revolution. Oat milk, the person who made oat milk commercializes that. They probably have millions of dollars because everybody buys it or should buy it or will buy it. It's a product that is going to work. But so yes, if you don't sell an essential, you know, it could take five years for your business to take off, and with a lot of consistency, with a lot of days where you're working a lot for zero results besides your faith and the people you meet along the way that keep you going or encouraging, but it's not for everyone. Okay, so let's all right, guys, I created my account and now they're asking me the candidate, and that looks very, very simple. And then the details, brief justification, blah, blah. Can I add a PDF file? Yes. Awesome. Review and submit. Easy peasy. Let's go, guys. Good luck, Mr. Guterres. I want to thank you for being one of the rare person who lives with integrity and always puts the environment and people first, going against the mainstream. Not a lot of people dare doing it. You're the first person that I heard talking about removing nuclear weapons in front of a giant assembly. Actually the only person, because I said this, I've been saying this for many years ago, but when you think of something that is so big, everybody will try to discourage you from it. Or if you're the only one thinking something, it's rare that you say, oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take all the nuclear weapons from, you know, Putin and all the big sharks out there. But unfortunately, we have to. If you don't have that one crazy person who comes and dares saying that this is the right thing to do, that's not a little thing that could blow up the entire planet. It's done it before in the time of Atlantis and stuff like that. So when I saw you, when I heard you say this, first it made me feel not lonely. It made me feel reassured that there were still good in humanity, and that launched me in the path to the United Nations. I was like, this is where I have to go, because this is where the people who think like me, this is where they are. And I know that on my own, I can't achieve huge deeds like that in the world. It takes a village, it takes skills, it takes equipment, personnel, authorizations, legal frameworks, and all of that. So that one speech that you did, I think it was the 2020, I don't know, it wasn't the 2023 New Year's speech. It was before that. It was in 2022, but it was at the assembly. This is the speech that started my journey, my application journey to the United Nations. So all the luck for you. We are so grateful for people like you and being an example for us to become better people as well. And I would like to see you rewarded, because you know, you're tired of seeing good people losing their homes or losing their legacy, or good people want to see rewards. They want to see that they too can be successful, because if not, what is the point? How are we going to motivate the new generations to be a good person when you see how much it costs? I'm just speaking of my own journey, but I know it's like this for a lot of other people. And they didn't have all the mentors and all the attentions that I got from social media. So it's just easy to be closed up into your household and be diminished by your family and just not escape your comfort zone, you know. And it took me $50,000 of debt. It took me wanting to end my life many times, to be discouraged, to I spent weeks in my bed staring at the wall for 3 weeks, like not knowing what to do, having to continue even though I didn't see the rewards, just because I believed, and people made me believe and betrayed me. Then other came in, and it was just, let's put it, I got lucky, and I'm not there yet, but I know how hard it is to get on this journey, and not a lot of people have what it takes to do that nowadays. You go to school, just look at teachers. We're not even allowed to yell at the students. We're not allowed to even touch the students. Like if a student would literally hit you, you can't hit them back because you will be ending up in jail. Parents are not allowed to correct their kids. Like, you do one little thing, like I dared speaking about the flower of life in my science class when I was talking about the mitosis, I got a disciplinary action. Like, the world is so bleached that we're making weak people. We're making people that I use like, or just the fact that we have Netflix and Prime and stuff like that. We have everything just click, 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 click. What does that mean? It means that kids don't have patience. They want to have the whole series. They're going to watch the whole series. In our time, we used to watch one episode. You had to wait for another week to watch the rest of the episode. That teaches us patience. That teaches us you don't have instant answers. You keep working. But I can't. Now I see the kids, if they have to write an essay, if they write to write something that takes a bit of research, and without going through AI, they just give up. They can't even I say, oh, we're gonna write an essay today. They're like, no, just because it takes a little bit of effort. So the next generations are not gonna push through if we don't show them the big rewards at the end. The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Let's be honest. We all want to be selfless. We all want to help others. But if you have a family, it's gonna drown you. Now I'm not helping anybody. I used to have people stay at my house, ended up with $500 electricity bills. I used to, have to clean up all day. Because of their kids and stuff like that, and I hated not to help them. I just wanted to have them so I could feel like I would like someone to do the same for me. But at the end, who gave me money back when I ended up with $500 bill? Who gave me a free cleaning in my house? Nobody. All my time was to be other people's maid and working my butt off to just pay for their washing machine, their laundry and stuff. So I stopped. I was like, if I'm not going to be rewarded, I'm not helping anybody anymore. And I'm going to do my painting. I'm going to do the stuff that's going to serve me as well. And once life serves me, then I'm going to be helping others. But that's not how I promoted my art. I promoted, and people got to know because I gave before I received. I sent out, I was like, you don't want to buy the paintings? I'm going to sell it. I'm going to send it for free. Because when you look at pictures, it really doesn't make it justice. Like my art, you see this painting behind me, you'll be like, oh, okay, okay, that's a sun, that's some colors. But I promise you, when you look from close, the 3D effect and the colors, it's very, very beautiful. Everybody comes in the house, they see the painting, and they're like, wow. And the fact that it's huge also, with all the golden colors, that really makes it like, they're really, really beautiful. But I was like, if I don't give my content for free, nobody will know. So yeah, that's what it takes. Have a good day, everyone.